This video has a lot more to do with health and a lot less to do with homesteading, but here we go. The most important thing to know with this video is that I have a sugar addiction. I'd like to think that I'm kind of in remission now. Every once in a while, maybe once or twice a week, I can enjoy a paleo dessert. So that would be a dessert without refined sugar or flour. And ever since last November, I actually made the decision not to eat processed sugar or white or wheat flour. And there have been a few exceptions, and then if you have an addiction, you know that if you make an exception, sometimes those exceptions become more frequent. So I just wanted to share something that happened last night that was really small, but that was really significant to me. I took my kids to a church movie night, and at the movie night, as you might expect, there were a lot of sweets available, a lot of which I enjoyed in the past or have enjoyed. And it's so funny, you don't think about these things if you don't have a sugar addiction, but all day I was going back and forth between, should I decide not to have any, or should I just try to have some, or should I just not even worry about it? And not worrying about it just means I know I want to eat it, and so I want to not make a plan to avoid it. So yesterday was my husband's day off from kids. He gives me a day off every week, which is today. I give him a day off from responsibilities with the kids. So it was my day on, and the morning was awesome, but it was also very full with our 4 kids, plus 2 others going yard sailing, plus another child that hung out with us for part of that time. All super fun, but all extremely draining. And then that evening was the movie night. Long story short, we got there, and I had not made any sort of decision, and I wasn't very interested in dealing with my emotions about candy and why I wanted it, and I had several of the candies available, knowing full well that I was going to wake up with a stomach ache, because I always do, knowing full well that sugar is poison and I'm not helping my body. But I was exhausted, I was grumpy, and I was processing this morning as I was journaling. The emotion I was feeling was just kind of needy and kind of a binge mode, where I know I don't have any of that stuff at home, so it's like, oh, I'm here and nobody knows that I'm not eating sugar, so I'm just gonna eat as much as I want. So the bad choice was starting to eat sugar and not bringing something with me. But after my seconds, a slightly good choice was deciding not to eat any more. So that was a slightly good choice. But the really good choice came when I got home. When I was home, I was already starting to feel a stomach ache, and I think the Lord was prompting me to send a message to one of my new friends at this church and just let her know that I have a sugar addiction, not with any expectation that she would do anything, but just so that somebody knows, to have some accountability. And so I sent her a message saying something like, hey, it was a fun night. I just want you to know that I have a sugar addiction. You don't have to do anything with that information, but I just wanted you to know so that I could have some accountability when I'm there. Abstinence is best for me with sugar, and I just wanted to throw that out there. Being around the beehives makes me remember the dream that I had last night. I was with somebody and we were near some bees, and I was supposed to be the one who knew about bees, and I kind of freaked out and I got stung like 10 or 15 times, and they got stung, and I was just saying, sorry, I'm so sorry, over and over. Anyway, that's totally unrelated. I sent this message to my new friend, and her response just blessed me so much. Her response in a nutshell, was, hey, I got you, girl. I'm going to be going shopping on Friday. I'll get some sugar-free options or some healthier options. And it kind of makes me want to cry just mentioning it, because it could have been easy for her to be like, oh man, a sugar addiction, really? Why can't you just not eat sugar? Or it could have been many things. You know, she could have been thinking, it's just a little bit, it's just once a week, it's not a big deal. But I just really appreciated how her response was not only supportive of me, but she took the next step and was going to take action on my behalf. I believe that it's completely my responsibility to deal with my sugar addiction and my emotional baggage. But just knowing that somebody had my back when I go into that place and into those situations with sugar was really comforting and blessed me a lot. So her encouragement and support just gave me newfound motivation to stick with this change that I know helps me. Anytime I have flour, gluten, I wake up the next morning feeling sick, and I know that sugar is just really bad for me and for really everybody. That's all. Bye.